Hey everyone, it's Skippy. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Critter Cove. Critter Cove is a building and crafting sim where you rebuild an island town, explore the open sea, and recruit new people to live on your island. Its gameplay style is a wonderful cross between the My Time at Portia and Sandrock series, Animal Crossing, and Wind Waker. And before we begin, I'd like to thank the publishers at tinyBuild for providing me with a closed beta key. Now, we've got a lot to cover today, so let's dive in. First, I'm going to talk about my experience playing the game. I absolutely loved my entire time exploring the island, rebuilding the workshop, and meeting some of the charming and not so charming island residents. Yes, I'm talking about you, Pokey. After you get into the game, your main goal is to start cleaning up the island and town while upgrading your workshop and crafting the necessary machines to use your resources. Critter Cove's quests are quite rewarding and constantly keep you engaged while you get familiar with the game and its mechanics. I personally really enjoyed swimming because the water animation is stellar and the underwater sound is realistic when you dive down to explore.
I love that the music, disappeared as soon as I jumped in the water.
There's also a lot you can find while getting into secret spots, caves, and climbing the tallest mountains that will reward you with secrets and recipes through your adventures. Now, it's no surprise that shortly after you get acquainted with the island and start crafting with our handy-dandy robot Copperbottom, it's time to set sail. In my case, it happened to be in an abandoned bathtub powered by a lawnmower that I was super enthusiastic to jump into, considering it looked like a death trap. The sailing is a lot of fun, and as soon as you jump in and get going, it gives major Wind Waker vibes, in the way the controls are and how the music sounds. The islands are relatively close, and the map does a wonderful job at providing you with information on where you're going and what you're going to find there. You will be surprised to notice that the mini-map on the main user interface is actually just a compass. So opening the full map and understanding your positioning is essential to anywhere you plan to go, even on the island. Earlier on, the island's owner, or mayor I suppose, Renard, had requested I branch out and find new people to bring to the island. And given how he likes to sell things and acquire money, this felt eerily similar to another situation I've been in before. So I've definitely got my eye on him and his endeavors. The other islands you can land on are pretty diverse with what they offer you in special items, such as this loom I was unable to craft or find on my home island for my clothing store.
Oh my god, is this my loom? This is my loom! This is the loom that I need to finish the clothing shop.
Which is just another essential part of this game when it comes to rebuilding the town, and I can't wait to open up the coffee shop. And of course, I found a new character, Boots, unconditionally attached to this giant metal robot cat, with his only request that I find him soothing berries. And once I had done that, he was game to come back to the island with me, even though he also really did not like me. One of the cool things about this game is being able to provide for your new residents, such as this tent that I made for Boots while I work on fixing up his new house. Speaking of which, Pokey decided to move in next door to me because I told her I didn't want her to, so she said it was a great idea since I was against it.
Oh no! I should have seen that coming. That settles it. If you don't like it, it must be perfect.
And since I found the loom on the other island, I finished the clothing store and appointed Boots to run it, which he wasn't very happy about. And I had hoped that he would be. Maybe he'll learn to love it. If not, you can actually remove people from jobs and put them in a different job that they like better. And I think this really attributes to each character's personality. However, so far, I truly think my only friend here is Sammy, who is beaming every time he sees me. Now, I'm gonna discuss some of the optimization, gameplay mechanics, and features the game has to offer. Critter Cove has a great setting system to change your resolution, graphics quality, and aspect ratio within the game. You can also change audio and take a look at the controls. This game is fully formatted to play with either a mouse and keyboard or a game controller, which is fantastic. This time around, I played with the mouse and keyboard, and I found the controls to be very easy to use, which sometimes it's not always with games like these. And I found after dropping my graphics quality down one notch, I didn't have any issues playing the game at 1440p and 60 frames per second. At this time, Critter Cove is still in beta, and full optimization will always be something they will continue to update before and after release. You can check out my PC specs in the description below. Now, speaking of the graphics, I want to say I think this game is beautiful. The title screen was captivating with the ocean moving and the sky turning from day to night. I love the cartoonish style, and the attention to detail they have within it. Everything looks super smooth, and overall I love this aesthetic, lighting, and vibrant colors. Most animations ran smoothly, and the jump mechanic felt good when moving around the map. And I know I already said I love the lighting, but I love the lighting, especially during dawn and dusk, turning into night on the open ocean. The music in this game is very calming and is at a constant state in the background, and I really like the ambiance it brought to the island, only to get cut when you swim underwater or start riding your boat. Customization is a huge thing for me in games that I play, and Critter Cove has plenty of options to choose from, especially still being before release. The character creation is vibrant, with multiple types of animal species to choose from for your player. You don't have to be human. There are several layers to the hair colors and skin tones with different skin markings and textures. You can mix and match and be anyone you want. You do get a choice to choose your pronouns right before jumping into the game, which is a wonderful addition and speaks to its inclusiveness. So far, I haven't gotten many personal items in the game, besides a lawn chair, a few ducks, and a poster for inside my house, but the game gives you freedom of where to put things within the proper spaces. I've also been lucky to obtain a few pieces of clothing and see what my clothing shop had to offer once it was opened, but I am super optimistic for future additions I will get, and if we get the option to decorate the residents' houses. I know a lot of people like that aspect of Animal Crossing's Happy Home Paradise DLC, so hopefully we will get to make some sort of impact, or just enjoy their chosen designs. Many players who have played building sims before will recognize the process for crafting new items and refurbishing trash and discarded stuff to create new ones. So far, I haven't had any issues with processing, and I find the mechanics interface to be pleasant. I also like that there's a wait time when you're crafting, as it lets you focus on a few other things while it's being processed. Finding materials is fairly easy, and every once in a while, you get one that you really have to hunt for, which makes the game really rewarding. You have a health bar, fatigue bar, and when you're swimming, an oxygen bar. The oxygen bar is balanced at the perfect amount of loss when swimming so that you need to go up for air during your dives, but you can stay under long enough to collect materials and explore. Fatigue can be filled back up by eating items you find, cook, or by taking a quick nap in your bed, and the game gives you options for a short nap, long nap, or going to bed until dawn, which I think is very convenient. One of Critter Cove's core values is exploration on the island and out at sea. You can pretty much climb anywhere, on top of roofs, to the top of the mountain, and this level of movement enables you to find many secrets and mysteries hidden around. Not to mention, the level of detail to these buildings and items scattered around is wonderful. Sailing, as I discussed before, is very rewarding and easy to do. You can see how fast you're traveling, which means there are other boats you can craft and upgrade to go faster, and the ocean continues to provide you with building materials that wash up on shore after storms, or that you find out and about on your travels to dive sites, shipwrecks, and other islands. The map is very intuitive and gives you all the information you need to get around. I am hopeful they will expand in the future to add more areas to explore, as it is currently on the smaller side, but should easily take a while to fully explore in-game with your limited resources and quests. Features in Critter Cove also include the ability to upgrade and customize your ship, decorate your house and workshop, acquire new residents and vendors to your town, open new shops and landmark buildings, including a museum that you can donate to, and being able to venture out to sea in the hopes of finding treasure from treasure maps. You're also able to create a garden to harvest valuable crops and craft everything you need to really bring this town to life. Not to mention, engage in conversations, quests, and friendships with a wide cast of unique characters. Now, I do have a few things I think could be addressed for its final release. I noticed early on while digging through the settings that Critter Speak was disabled, so I turned it back on to see what it sounded like, and it was very inconsistent and had a strange sound to it. I wouldn't be surprised to find out the developers left this disabled until they fine-tune it for release or sometime after. Then, during the lightning storm, I noticed it arrived almost instantly. I think it would be more intuitive if they had the storm gradually roll in from the distance, and same for when it stops. However, this doesn't make the lightning any less cool over the mountain, and the storm does have benefits regardless, since new debris washes up on shore to be collected. The last thing I noticed was the lighting of this lamppost, specifically at night. It was enough to sort of give me some screen lag when walking by it, so I imagine this will be optimized in the future, especially since you're supposed to have these all over town. I had a fantastic time playing the beta, and I couldn't recommend it more for anyone who enjoys my time at Portia and Sandrock, and a mixture of the other games that are similar, or anyone that thinks this game looks cool and wants to spend hours and hours exploring and building. It is beautiful, quirky in its own way, and has a variety of stories and quests to be told as you bring this island town back on the map. Critter Cove has a set release date for Q4 of 2023 for early access on Steam, and will be released on PlayStation and Xbox in 2024. They currently don't have a set price, so make sure to check out their Steam page in the description below for updated information. And as always, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please like, comment what you think of this game, or tell me your experience if you've played it, and subscribe for more content like this from me. And don't forget to check out my social media links, where I regularly post and repost about new upcoming games. I'll see you in the next one.